Alright, this is going to be an update to my sawed-off build, which I've finally more or less got best in slot. Now, there may be a few changes I need to make. Not sure, but this is going to be a showcase on a best in slot for it. Excuse me. Right now, I'm using my Draculus that I used with my Immortal Hedgehog build, and it has the Execute on it. The same Archimedes Ballista with the area damage on it with the Heaven Cleaver. And then I've got the, whatchamacallit. I can't see because it's, yeah, this got a Chaos Band. No, is that the Chaos Band? Yes. The Chaos Band with ability, and this also has the speed. I'm probably switching this out for Burden of the Damned. I had that, but I got this right here off my warrior, so I'm going to be wearing that. That's what I originally had for speed, but then I switched things out with the Thief suit, which is going to give me my speed. And I used the Thief gem, which is going to give me a lot of, like 2 extra abilities and also dexterity, and it's giving me some physical damage and stuff, but I infused that with the DS. And this is infused with Heaven Cleaver, and this is infused with the DS. Also have the Bone Necklace, which is also infused with DS. So I have very little mana regen, that's why I needed to use this. And my main attack is going to be multi-shoot. Now what this is it's all crit with 30% area damage. So that's why I'm calling it the sawed-off build, because it's like a sawed-off shotgun. So you can watch and see what kind of damage I'm doing with this. So about 2.4 billion for the initial hit, and then of course the 30% is going to be doing damage around it. If you look, I'm at 80 million DPS, and so with the Draculus I can keep my health up. Now the other changes that I might be doing, I got to put some enchants in there, because without my gems I'm going to be really, really low on health. I think it got me down to like 80,000 health. It was something ridiculous, just horrible. So I had to put 2 gems in there to get me over 150. And I may be switching out the Draculus for anti-magic visage. I just gotta find another T6 DS to do that. I'm gonna keep the Draculus for now, but as you can see, I'm also not using any bleeds. I was using a bleed with that Chaos Band, but I took that out, and I am using just all crit. So this is the first, besides my Dev Blow, this is the first build I'm not using bleeds. So just watch and see how it goes. You see how I can keep my health up with Draculus just by shooting stuff. Now this is the range stage, so I'm being pelted with a lot of range stuff. But you can see how quickly I'm killing things just with the AoE effect, hitting stuff. And every time I hit something, I'm doing that health steal and mana steal. Of course, mana steal isn't relevant because of Bone Necklace, but if I wanted to switch that out, the Draculus would help. But again, I like the Bone Necklace for the fact that it gives you a lot of health and a lot of it gives you a good amount of defense. Plus, it's giving me extra points into Magic Shield, which I need because I am an Archer Mage. Some of the changes I may make, I've been considering using an Iron Emblem instead of Burden of the Damned, just for that extra defense and extra vitality and stuff. But I don't know. I kind of like the amount of damage Burden of the Damned gives me, so I might be sticking with that. The next stage is going to be the melee stage, so you'll get to see how this works against melee. I always like to show stage 6 and 7 because it's a good example of how the builds can deal with both ranged and melee. As you can tell, bringing down Hermonus, whatever his name. Now, I'm not going to get the all of the Furies, because I want to show you what this build can do on its own. And you see the amount of just crazy amount of damage, because every time I hit something with each arrow of multi-shoot, it's doing a 30% area effect, and it's all crit, so it is 30% of my crit, because I have 100% crit, so it's hitting pretty hard, even though I only have 80 million DPS. As you can tell, it's just it continues to wipe things out. Now that is also on top of Corpse Explosion, and I have Empower Weapon and everything, but I mean, just this alone is doing pretty well. And I do have that Immobilize on my Archimedes Ballista, so that does help out. I do need to do some key farming to try to get some more enchants, because I think mostly in my bank I have magical enchants, which I don't really need. So I need to get some more physical enchants. And as enemies get closer, the better this build does. That's why I'm not using any type of knockback like I would with the Immortal Hedgehog. With Immortal Hedgehog, you want to keep them back. With the Sawed Off, you want them to come close to you. And just remember, Draculus is what's keeping me alive. As long as these guys are continuing to pile up on me, I am still in their health. And it really, really does well in large groups. Now, when the big ogre comes up, I'll show you how quickly I can take him out. Phlox. I mean, his health just starts to drain. I'm going to get up close to him. And, again, this is 80 million DPS, so this is not a lot. But if I get right up on somebody, I'm doing the that crazy amount of AoE damage. And see, this is the stage that always has given my archer problems, because those mages just like to butt fuck me over and over again. But this build does a solid job of taking them out. It really does, because it doesn't matter where you are, you're gonna crit them, and that AoE just hits everywhere for 30% of your crit. So it's pretty nice. So I'm liking this build. The only downside is the lack of health, and I can't get max topazes, because if I take out those health gems, like I said, I drop down to like 80,000 health, and it's just ridiculous. I get one-shotted. So you can see how quickly my health goes down and up, down and up, down and up. It's because I'm getting nailed by those mages, but I just steal the health right back. Now, at this stage of where I am with my Australium and just, 80 million DPS, I really shouldn't be making it this far in Arena. But because of the build, I'm able to. And I like to say that the only reason I'm really making it this far is because of Draculus. If I didn't have Draculus, I would have been dead a long time ago. Now, it doesn't matter how much defense or how much magic resist or how much health I have. All these guys are going to keep pelting me. If I don't have some type of regen or steel, there's no way I could stay alive. But, Draculus keeps you alive. That's why I have always been a big fan of Draculus. I always try to promote it. It is such a great helm, such a great thing to use. The same with the Vlad set. Just the Vlad set didn't match this playstyle, so I had to go with something else. And plus I needed something else besides infusing Grace for speed, so that's why I went with the Thief suit. Or the Thief robe, or whatever the hell it's called. Yep, and I died. See, that eventually happens. Once you just can't overcome the amount of hits you get, you do die. But it's just the showcase of the Sawed Off build. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments.